And so, because you are that, you are capable, you are gifted, and you are so unique. All of the things that you may hate about yourself are your strengths. It's okay to be soft. It's okay to be opinionated. It's okay to be different. And it's so okay to just be you. The world awaits to receive you.
Bitch, I'm back. I'm popular the man. Bitch, I'm back. I'm popular the man. Bitch, I'm back. I'm popular the man.
Guess who's back? Yes, yes, yes. You know who it is. It's Grace Levi. And I'm here for round 2 this week, okay? 2 days back to back. It must be something special going on around here. All right. Actually, I wanted to get back to our trending topics because we've been doing Hollywood on fire. And yeah, with that goes to say I think we have other things to talk about. So today I am streaming just a little bit on YouTube. I'm giving myself a fair warning and a reminder. Reminder, girl, behave. You know what I'm referring. You know what I'm saying. Shout out to Rumble. Love you guys. And I'm streaming on the Lashley's page on Facebook. If you don't know what that is, Lashley's is our sponsor, and our sponsor focus on health and wealth. Okay, so what you see in the beginning of our lives on Rumble, where you see all these nice outfits, if you check out the website, we have a lot of health and wellness items as well. So if you like to work out, we have things for men and women. I'm gonna go into that a little bit later just to show you a little bit more what our sponsors have. We have water bottles, workout equipment, and also waist trainers. Okay, sooner in a couple of weeks or so, I'm gonna show out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show y'all my before and after, because I was looking at my last year picture versus this year, and I definitely passively weight loss, and that is the theme. It's passive weight loss. Okay, just by changing your lifestyle and figuring out what food's gonna kill you. You know what I'm trying to stay in the way. So today we are going to do our typical lineup, which is a little bit of celebrity news, not as intense as we did before. Also, some local updates meaning local in anywhere in the United States. When I say local updates on some topics that we were talking about. And do you know I can't go without doing it. We're going to get into a little conspiracy. Y'all know I can't help it. You know that conspiracy I get into just be a little bit different. So we're going to save the rest of that for Rumble. You know how we do. We're going to keep it politically correct just a little bit, just a touch of politically correct while we're on YouTube. Okay. Let's get it started. So today, the first topic we do have on our celebrity lineup, what they're not talking about and what we're going to talk about is actually Cardi B. Now, I know Cardi B is in the news for what's going on with her and her husband, but this is not the topic that I will talk about today because I don't beat a woman when she's down, especially when it deals with love and all of that. I will not be involved in none of that. So respect goals because I'm a woman before anything, but I will talk about other subject matters related to Miss Cardi B and how karma catches up to her in different ways. So this particularly here is the case that she has pending, and she is fighting not to let the assault trial get evidence related to what went on with her and Nicki Minaj. Okay, do y'all remember that? Do you remember it? Let's get into it. Cardi B demands that there be no talk of any past altercations she had, which includes her epic showdown with Nicki Minaj and her upcoming assault trial. I don't understand how you can ask that when that is a buildup of your character and that's what you have shown us. Okay. So yeah, that doesn't make sense. At the end of the day, if the judge don't allow evidence of, past assaults or things that actually been convicted, at least that, then we know we got some issues. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Bought and sold. According to the court documents obtained by RadarOnline.com, Cardi B filed a motion demanding certain topics and evidence be off limits in the court matter. As RadarOnline.com previously reported in 2020, a female security guard named Emina Ellis sued Cardi B for alleged assault in 2008. Now, this has nothing to do with the stripper girls. You know what I'm saying? This is something else. You know, and your hand, Cardi B has been in too much, and now like it's like everything is blossoming and you're feeling the repercussions. That's why I'm praying for you. I will not kick a chick when she down, especially and you're about to go through a divorce. You see what I'm saying? I pray for you, girl. In her motion, Cardi B asks that the claims brought by Ellis be determined based on the testimony of witness with personal knowledge of alleged incident between defendant and plaintiff. Okay. Cardi B argued that any evidence pertaining to other allegations, acts which occurred at different times and places and involve other people and circumstances should be excluded because by law, such evidence cannot show defendant acted similarly on a single occasion with plaintiff. No, no. Okay. Everybody, no. That's not how it goes. How it goes is that if you have basically the same behavior consistently in different situations, the judge can use that for their discretion as far as character witness. That's like saying that someone murdered somebody, but you can't use it in this trial because it has nothing to do with that plaintiff. So I wanted to put that up there. You see what I'm saying? Everybody getting a little, and that's Cardi B word. That's her word. That's why I keep. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, it's time. Karma is coming into roost for a lot of people, and we're all under that. Okay, I'm not going to exclude myself, but I pray to God all the good deeds that I did, and I wiped half of that away. That's why you have to monitor what you do and how you live your life. Money is not going to save the drama and the heartache. Okay, so let me just move off the screen, Miss Cardi B. I'm gonna send a little bit of love to you because you know when you're dealing with a broken heart, it's not easy. It's not easy. Now let's move on to a little bit of Jay-Z news. Okay, look what we got. Now I know y'all remember this particular subject matter related to Jay-Z, where there was a young man that look a little similar to Jay-Z. Is saying you are the daddy. Now, from my research, that this has been a very trying 10 years of back and forth, a lot of money, a lot of court dates, allegedly a lot of corruption in this court matter. Okay, this is godmother, and the godmother is actually the one that have taken care of the young man since his mother has passed. So, godmother, 31-year-old man who claims Jay-Z is his father, calls for Joe Biden help. Joe Biden. My thing is, look, if Joe Biden ain't gonna do nothing for black people collectively, you think he about to show you some tokenism? Get your daddy on them child supports. You like, well, if Trump pardoned all them rappers, maybe he could get me some child support, some backup child support. I want this paternity test. Okay. So New Jersey activists claim that the alleged intimate son, of Jay-Z is still the rapper's child despite the 10-year refusal to take a fraternity test. So all this time, Jay-Z been dipping and dodging the fraternity test. How do you get away with doing that? I mean, how do you get away with 10 years? So something has to be wrong. According to the blacknews.com, claims the billionaire, whose real name is Sean Carter, is the biological father of Ramir Shadowitz, despite his refusal to take DNA tests under the New Jersey state law, as long as he is a resident of the state. Barry claims that Carter owns property in the state, but his team claims that he does not. So this is how they set up jurisdiction. So if you don't understand, the reason why they're talking about this is because this is how the court set up jurisdiction. Your business has to be in the area, your home has to be in the area for a claim to be brought up against you in that area. Do you understand? Now, if it's on a federal level, They just take you to, they're going to probably take you to the feds, to feds, to the feds. Okay, so let's move forward. Okay, so Barry claims that Carter owns property in the state, but his team claims that he does not. Shadow Weiss is the son of the late Wanda Shadow Weiss, who claimed she and Carter slept together in 1992. When she was 16 in high school, she told Daily Mail that she met the song cry artist through her friend Kalisha Allen in Philadelphia, and they had intimacy at an apartment in Brooklyn, New York. The late mother claimed that they used protection during the intercourse, but the broke. Okay. Wanda passed away of heart failure in 2019, but Carter and his attorney has denied her claims. Prior to her death, Wanda also reported signing affidavits back in February 2015 that was also signed by Allen. I, Wanda Shadow writes this allegation about my relationship with Sean C. Carter. I met Sean Corey Carter in fall 1999, and he identified himself as Rock through my friend Kalisha Allen, who is eyewitness. Read the affidavits. I went by the name of Carmel, or Precious. Kalisha rode in the front of the car with Sean Friend, while Wanda, aka Carmela Precious, rode in the back with Sean. The driver drove what looked like an what do you say, adult, uh, the driver drove, which was a gold or yellow car. So he gave it the Eldorado. That's what he said. It's Eldorado. Excuse me. So the driver drove an Eldorado, which was a gold and yellow car. So the reason why she's talking about that, she's trying to get some details. And if they could find pictures of the person who had this type of car, you know what I'm saying? This is what she's doing, kind of putting some details in there, some like discoverable facts. Does that make sense? So we were taken back to Sean's aunt apartment in Brooklyn Projects in New York. Wanda said that after partying, Alan went to one of the rooms in Carter's friends, and said she went to another room where they had intercourse. She said that the former Rockefeller co-founder came back to see her again 2 weeks later to hang out, but she declined because her mother would be upset. Wanda said she didn't know how to reach then the 22-year-old because she did not know his real name until she saw him years later on television. So this is the son, and this is Jay-Z. Look at that picture. Doesn't that look like him? It does, honestly. So I want to just give y'all an update that this is still pending. Mr. Jay-Z is still out there dodging the bullet. He said, no, no, this man is a grown man. So my thing is that why are you not taking the DNA test? What would it hurt if you take the DNA test? You don't owe this man money right now. At the end of the day, he's a grown man. I don't know what court will actually make you liable for that. And if you are, you have money. The second thing is that I'm just going to be honest. People look at this and be like, it's nothing. This young man is still suffering. I don't care his big old 30-year-old age, whatever this young man is. You need a father. You need a mother. It is a void in you when you don't have a father or a mother or both. People in that situation understand, but the people who don't, who are not in that situation, they're like, it's nothing. You're old. Get over it. No, it's a void. And then to see this person that may be your father and they look like you and he just living his best life, and then you struggling, and it ain't only just about the money, but you're struggling mentally and physically. Your mother passed away, nobody to claim you. It's hard. So I'm gonna just say shout out to this young man. Do what you need to do to get your closure. But what I will say to you, coming from a home where I was like a fatherless child, we always call him my original daddy. You know what I'm talking about? My original daddy. Something similar, not similar to this, but just knowing that you have a father out there that's not paying attention to you and they're like living their best life, like that really hurts. And it's nothing that you can make someone else do to love you. This is something that I had to learn as a person. So I want to send this message to, what's his name, Mr. Zaire, if that's your name. Please Take the time to love yourself and heal. And I know that you want a father, but I'm gonna be honest. The only type of healing that I got from that situation was getting the love of the Father God. That I'm gonna be honest. I ain't gonna be pushing the Bible, but it gave me a sense of wanting, of need, of covering. And I know a lot of us need covering, even men. So just keep that in mind. Try to find another outlet that you can heal, because no matter if he takes you and admit it, takes the test, no matter what, if he don't want to deal with you, he's not going to deal with you. Okay. Sometimes it's just like that, and it's just part of your life. It's just part of your karma. You know, your karma. I just call it like that's my karma. Like, why my daddy don't love me? Why my daddy don't love me? Maybe it's something that I have to go through in this lifetime. Maybe it's something you have to go through in this lifetime that's going to get you to the next level, make you stronger, maybe make you have a testimony like me. Like, my original daddy don't love me, but it's okay because you heal. And then at the end of the day, when you get like that, I'm not getting too sentimental, but when you do heal, then you feel bad for the person, because you like, damn, you that messed up to do that, and that don't bother you. That's when you say the person is soulless. And do you really want to have a relationship with that person? You see what I'm saying? Now, let's get into this. This is not a conspiracy, but a little conspiracy. I'm gonna hit it just a little bit early because it is. Oh, look at this. Wait, before we do the Bill Gates thing, can I get a told you so? Y'all are gonna smack me in my face. I want y'all to look at this. I just knew that this was not for real. And I said this, okay? Now, y'all remember the Will Smith and the Chris Rock smack, okay? Look at this. I said, I was like, yo, this was a hoax. They were like, no, they analyzed it, talked about it for weeks. Look what I found. Look what came up in my algorithm. God be the glory. Hold on. Wait a minute. Smith and Chris Rock were reenacting an old television show.
Out here. Richard. Oh, wow. Wow.
Looks about
Will
familiar.
Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Wow. Elijah Lewis just slapped the heck out of me.
Don't you ever talk about my wife that way.
Relax, my friend. It was just a joke. I'm a comedian, Elijah. You know how it is. No disrespect, Angela. You're gorgeous.
I said keep my wife's name out your mouth.
It looks like about familiar. It looks about familiar. And it's crazy because it was me and one other guy, the only one that was like, that could be fake. And I literally did research on how to do a fake smack and make it look real. And here we go. So yeah, another hoax, something just to keep us talking. That's why certain things I don't really talk about on Uncensored Enlightenment Talk, because I feel like it's just like an attention grab to keep us off of topics that we really need to talk about. So moving forward, this is what come up in my algorithm. Just wanted to share with you. Now, another conspiracy, but not. Man gets arrested for exposing Bill Gates during a speech. This is what I'm talking about, guys. We're going towards another level of censorship, and it's going by way of court cases and bills that they are putting through. That's why I say, please be, kind of like conscious of what you support when you be like, yeah, you shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have did that. One thing I will say, and it threw me off at first, the right to speak. Anyone should have it. And this English teacher told me, said your First Amendment, okay? Right to speak. He was like, even the most vile person, because this guy said something very disrespectful. And I was like, he shouldn't even be in this class. He shouldn't even be able to talk like this. Da, da, da. And he was like, well, he has the right to have his own opinion. Now, if that harms you, physically, then that's a different situation. Mentally, at the time he said mentally, that's just something you got to deal with. But you will want the most valid person with the craziest ideas to be able to speak, because it will allow the person with the sense, the critical thinking, to always have the freedom to speak. Let's just keep it real. This is why I'm like, that's a whole fool. I ain't gonna tell not to let Charleston White come on the internet and talk like a fool, but you don't have to pay attention to him. You see what I'm talking about? So do I got it on the screen? Let's get to it.
Chairman of the National Legal and Policy.
Hold on, let's do it again. This is man gets arrested for exposing Bill Gates during speech.
Center. The Gates Foundation offers a gender identity toolbox, which asserts that gender is the result of socially and culturally constructed ideas. This is a lie. Gender is not a cultural construct. It is a genetic and biological fact. You're not going to censor what I say, Mayor. I'm very sorry. I'll appeal to the chair that I be allowed to continue. Sir?
You may continue, but you're under a 3-minute limitation.
We know how much Bill Gates cares about children. He met and traveled with Jeffrey Epstein many times after Epstein's convicted sex crimes. The Gates Foundation had a huge influence over the public response to harassment. The Gates Foundation may be the largest single donor to the dark money machine known as Arabella. I am.
And you know what we showed you yesterday, right? Okay, just a little flashback. If you didn't see it, I'll put the clip up into a Reels on YouTube. But if this white man could get put out or locked up or all of the above for saying something like this, which was his opinion, maybe could have been backed up with facts like pictures that people have with Bill Gates and, you know, Mr. Epstein. You see what I'm saying? This is what can happen to all of us. I just wanted to show you this because it's controversial. You know what I mean? I'm not going to push the button on YouTube, but I want y'all to see how our rights are being taken away from us. And it's at a whole new level. And it really catapulted after COVID or during COVID. Okay? It catapulted the restrictions, and this is dangerous. You're not even going to be able to be creative. You're not even going to be able to say different terms, because when you do say different terms, people either take offense or use it against you. And now they're going to start to use it against you in a court of law. Okay, so we'll just take that off the screen. I wanted to show y'all, even the white guys getting arrested. We all the same. They want us. If we ain't part of the 1%, you ain't making it. I'm just playing. God has the final say. Y'all know I believe in that book. Now let's get to it. Let's talk about something that they're not talking about. Let's talk about a little bit about the education system. But before we get to the education system, let's talk about a little bit of the poison that we face every day as a nation. You know, I'll be talking about the food we eat. Today, I ain't talking about the food. Let's just talk about light. This is highlighting some of the side effects that you get from these fluorescent light bulbs that we have at the home, that we have in our work office. And I will say, you know, I always got something to add to it before I start, that most recently over the last 2 years, that's why you see me be putting glasses on sometimes. You see what I'm saying? I always got some type of pair, something that got UV protection, because me being in front of the computer and then me working at night, I was working so much and keep being in front of the computer and then come home and be in front of the computer, literally caught the worst migraine ever. I don't even get headaches. And I was like, oh my God, I'm at work. My head is throbbing. My eyes is blurry. And I was literally under the light and the computer screen in front of me. Once I put those glasses on, the UV protection glasses on, headache went away. Everything just kind of like subsided. So that's why you'll see me most times wear my glasses sometimes, because that means I've been working a lot in front of the screen or these fluorescent lights. But let's get to this right here, what they say about these lights and how it affects us cognitively.
A standard first grade classroom, and several hyperactive children may be noted, especially the boy in the immediate foreground. 90 days after the regular cool white fluorescent tubes were replaced with the new type full spectrum fluorescent tubes with radiation shields, there was a marked improvement noted, and the extremely hyperactive boy has voluntarily moved up to the front row. He raises his hand for recognition and is now up at the blackboard taking part in classroom activities. Prior to the time that this new lighting was installed, this particular boy had an extreme learning disability problem, but quickly learned to read within 90 days after the new lights were installed. There was further noted a general average improvement in both the behavior and academic achievement of the entire class. There are, however, other factors that must also be considered. The implications of the biological effects of light and radiation, as observed through time-lapse photography, are obvious.
Y'all want to hear it again? Let's just listen to the first part again, because I think we missed just a little bit. But I want you to see how the kids are behaving under the fluorescent light. These are the lights that we are under at work, at home, when we're in the studio. Yeah, all the stars under those lights. Let's just play this real quick, just a little bit.
Time-lapse cameras were used in a standard first grade classroom.
Look at this little boy right here. You know, he's just on the table. I want you to watch this one right here at the first table, how he all over the place.
And several hyperactive children may be noted, especially the boy in the immediate foreground.
Now, look at him. You're going to see that's going to be the one that moved to the front of the class and raised his hand. That's the one he was talking about, and answer the question.
90 days after the regular cool white fluorescent tubes were replaced with the new type full spectrum fluorescent tubes with radiation shields, there was a marked improvement noted, and the extremely hyperactive boy has voluntarily moved up to the front row. He raises his hand for recognition and is now up at the blackboard taking part in classroom activities.
You see what I'm saying? Let me just read this a little bit. This is, we are all in this together under the medicine family. Shout out to them on Instagram. Just follow them. If you check out their page. The human body is not designed to be under artificial lights and craves natural light when it gets it. Please, it craves it all the time because that's how we absorb vitamin D. Hint, hint. Go look it up, what it do for us. Students who are only exposed to fluorescent light may face problems with focusing, anxiety more than at school. Fluorescent bulbs allegedly, this is according to what I'm reading, negatively, because I'm on YouTube, negatively impact our natural Canadian rhythm, leading to sleep problems. Students who are not well rested will face many attention issues because they do not feel awake during the daytime. All of these factors impact learning performance, reading productivity, and more in our schools. Research studies have reported that it can cause migraines, you see what I'm saying? Headaches, eye strain, sleep problems, stress, anxiety, and more. So I want you guys to look it up. Don't just think that that's just some kid just acting like a fool. We have a lot of chemicals and a lot of things that has been put into the environment, which is artificial, that our body cannot process, and guess what's happening to us? We are suffering cognitively and health-wise on so many levels. But I'm not going to go too deep. You know what I'm saying? Nurse Lashley about to come out. I'll just leave that to when I go to work. Now that we're talking about education, this is something that's very important. I'm going to get into a little bit about education because I brought this up before. Okay. Now I'm going to really have to call out where I'm from. This is where I'm from. And I'm going to be honest. It shocked me because it didn't shock me because this is how it is nationally. But Newark, New Jersey, just because it's the hood, don't mean that they don't push scholars out there. Okay. We have Essex County College. We have Rutgers University. We have NJIT that's downtown Newark. We have what is that law school I used to go to all the time, right? Seton Hall University. We have a lot of prominent colleges in Newark, right around that area. Now for this right here, it says something about the community and the parenting. Okay, you may feel away, but it's the truth. Okay, if our kids are not being educated, it is your job as a parent to take the damn wheel because you pushed them out. Let's listen to what they got to say about Newark students.
Drop in people experiencing homelessness, according to new state data. CBS.
Hold on one second. Oh, hold on. This is the homelessness. This was a good one. Hold up. I done mixed my clips up. I done gave that nice shoot. Look, I done gave that nice introduction. And I thought I had the clip. Hold on. About our educational system. I'm over here running my damn mouth. Girl, get it together. Okay, wait. Hold on. That's all I gotta do. Y'all know me. Sometimes I miss my damn my clips. States with the largest drop. Now, hold on. Wait. I was talking about Newark because I had a Newark clip. But we just gonna get into just a little bit of this then. Let me show out. Hear that? That's so loud. Hold on. Now this is just a clip from 5 months ago, but this is across the United States. Here we go. Because that one right here was good. Because I was talking, but that one right there was good news. A little bit about the homelessness going down. But this right here, math reading scores dropped to the lowest level in decades for 13-year-olds in United States. Okay, this is middle school age, and they're trying to blame it on COVID. But like I said, you heard my introduction. I got a little bit more to say. Let's go.
Math and reading scores for 13-year-olds in the U.S. has hit its lowest level in decades. That's coming from a new report from the National Center for Education Statistics. KCRA3's Lizzie Mitri joins us now to break down the findings, and she has reaction from local parents and educators.
How's it going today, Audrey?
Now that school's out, it's time for summer camp.
Okay, you are starting on multiplying fractions.
At the Mathnasium, a learning center in the Pocket neighborhood of Sacramento.
Good, you're almost there. All right, we'll make the learning plan for you once you finish that up.
High school physics teacher Kevin Nguyen opened this location about a year ago.
I started out, and as you see, people need us.
Especially after disruptions during the pandemic.
During the pandemic, remote learning was challenging.
And Yulisa Candiotti noticed the effect it's had on her now 10-year-old daughter, Athena.
She did a lot better once she went back to school and was back in her social life. I think that was very helpful for her. And but yeah, she did have a little catch up to do.
Many students are still struggling. A new report from the National Center for Education Statistics focused on 13-year-olds in the U.S. and found their math and reading scores hit the lowest levels in decades, dropping 4 points in the last school year compared to the 2019-2020 school year in reading, and falling 9 points in math, the single largest drop in math in 50 years.
I already know that because I've been here. I have kids who test 2-3 levels below the grade level all the time.
To combat that at the Mathnasium,
How much is a quarter worth?
each child gets their own customized learning plan, and there are fewer students per instructor than in school.
How much is a penny worth? Good job. Yeah.
Overall, Nguyen says he's still hopeful for the future despite the data.
That's what I want. See, that's why it's important. It's pretty.
Let me stop right here. Y'all already know I got some things to say. One, because I'm a homeschool mom. I've been saw the discrepancy that's been going on in our system where our students severely outnumber our teachers, and our teachers was losing control of our students. I did have a clip, and I don't have it. That's why I'm so mad at myself. I had a few clips that highlighted what was going on in our educational system and how parents were reacting to their actual teachers calling about disciplinary actions and things like that. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. It was literally a parent saying, well, aren't you supposed to be trained in making my child behave? He said, yeah, I can't. She said, I can prompt your child to sit down. I can ask your child to sit down, but I can't make your child sit down. She was like, well, you should call me. You should handle it, and hung up on the teacher. Okay. Okay. So the problem is a two-way street. It's not only that the system, I believe, and a lot of other people believe, allegedly, that it's a prison, you school to prison pipeline. You know what I'm saying? We could share a little bit about that. But it's actually the whole structure of it connected from home and school. What ended up happening when the COVID hit is that parents saw where their kids were actually at. And those kids were not advanced. And then you had parents that did not have the time or the means to actually continue to educate their kid and help their kid, or at least just be on their kid. Okay. I know that's not easy. That was something that I literally had to fight tooth and nails with my kids when I started homeschooling them years ago. Okay. I had to highlight to them that there's a difference between school education and socialization. Okay. It's good. You want to socialize. You want to communicate. You want to exchange ideas. That's the same thing that happens on the internet. That's the same thing that you can do. But the thing is that our nation is so built on entertainment and friends, and it totally outshadows the whole concept of what school is about. You have kids going to school now, 13, 14-year-old, Louis bag, Fendi bags. I can't even imagine going to school now. I'll be a chick that be fighting every day. Well, I was fighting every day before, because they'll be trying to get on me because I wouldn't have the money. Because my mother was not beat. My mother would spend $150 on me to go school shopping at the age of 13. School, I got $150 for school shopping for the whole year. I had to get sneakers and outfits. How the I ain't getting nothing. I started working at 14, like, hey, I'm about to get this work because I ain't got nothing. You see what I'm saying? So with that goes to say, socialization and education is two separate things. So when we don't actually focus our kids' mind on that, our kids get distracted. Because I'm going to tell you this. There was a time in school, I'm just going to tell on myself, that I wasn't fashion for like, so fashion, but I definitely knew I needed some clothes. You know what I'm saying? And that's when the last time I had did that, but I did it a few times. It was called boosting. Okay? It was called boosting. You know, we had a heist. We was in high school. We would go up to the mall. I'm gonna tell you what we did. It's bad. We would go to the mall, put our little bag on the side, book bag on the side. We'll take the shopping bag, put 2 brown shopping bags from the store on the side, just keep filling it up. Then the bus come at 4:45. We walk out at 4:42. All of us, just book bag things. We've been doing this, and it's not a good thing. But the reason why I did it, because I was under the social pressure. I needed clothes. I wanted to be in. I wanted to, whatever. Especially at the time where I'm living. I had moved out of my mama's house and shit like that too early because my mama didn't have the patience for me. You know what I'm saying? And I was acting like a fool. I think I'm going through that right now with my daughter. Oh shit, that's karma. I'm telling on myself. Anyway. So with that goes to say, the social pressure that we allow our kids to be subjected to, it literally sends them to, how we say, the school to prison pipeline. God be the glory. When I almost got caught that day, let me tell you how I almost got caught, and then I would get back into the thing. It was me and my friend. So she was like, I got to go back and get these shoes. I was like, girl, don't get those shoes. We got to get out of here. Yo, I want them. I said, okay, cool. I'm going to meet you here because I ain't going back in that store. Yo, I'm waiting. I'm eating my food. I'm like, the bus about to come. My peoples never came out. I'm like, damn, the plan is she don't come out, just bounce. That's what we got to do. Like, we straight Bonnie and Clyde. We like, no, Thelma and Louise, actually. So I was like, cool. I just bounced. And I'm like, damn. I got to the house, and her mother was like, where? Da-da-da. And I'm like, she's on her way. Phone ring like, da-da-da-ding, da-da-ding. This is the Livingston Mall police. And they had her. I tell you, when I heard this story, I could say I was blessed. And that's why I tell y'all this. Literally, she said she was back there. They called her and they was like, we know you came here with your friend. She was like, so, and then the guy called, like, do her friend has blue bandana, black leather coat, blue jeans. And she was like, yes. She was like, yes, that's her. And then she was like, 2 minutes later, it was like, yo, we lost her. I was like, yo, that happened. My people was like, yo, they almost had you. From there, guess what? GRACELEVI never did that bullshit. But it was social pressure. I could have been anything I wanted to be when I left out of my mother's house when she kicked me out. I had no guidance, no nothing. And this is what we have to stop. We have to have guidance on our kids, keep our foot on their necks and give them direction, especially in a society like this. I'm just going to be honest. What I was lacked as a child, I try my best to provide for my kids. This is why I said I'm a homeschool. Because right now, when I got to Georgia, oh, they was putting my son in the category as a thug just because the way he looked. You know what I'm saying? That I'm gonna show his little commercial. That's his commercial. My son, look like a thug, but he ain't. You see what I'm saying? And it just going downhill. Trouble, phone calls, things like that. That's one side of the game. And the second side of the game is that the system is not set up for our kids to actually learn. It's a memory-based system. So they're saying, oh, our kids are not performing because you're shoving information down their throat for them to memorize, not literally use their critical thinking skills. Okay. Yeah, especially when they did that Common Core math. I'm glad they threw that shit in the garbage. You see how they just be trying shit with our human brains? Trying to play with me. Going to talk about 3 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2 and a 1 is going to get you to 29. What? You better stop playing with me. You better say 27 plus 2. I was like, I called the teacher. And that's when they told the students not to talk to your parents about Common Core math. That's how bad it was. Okay. So I went in a little tangent because I'm very, very adamant about education. They call me like the Black Chinese. I'm not playing. My kids need to learn. That's probably why I'm going for bat with them right now, because they literally are carnal, just like a lot of our kids is. They want to have fun. They want to run the streets. They want to be, I want to be famous. TikTok famous. I'm like, baby, that's not real. Okay. And that's why I do these lives too, hoping that them really watch and show like this is what the industry is set upon. This is the vibration. This is what you don't want to get into. They will have your soul going. Okay. And it all starts with this type of system. And how did this start? By us parents not getting a grip. So just to finish off, what I did was take the wheel. I said, nah, you're not going to define my son and let him fail. Then this girl, people wanting to fight her because she looked like this. She shaped like a banshee at this age. Damn milk. No. Let's go. You see what I'm saying? Took him home. I'm a single mother. I worked overnight. And then when I came home, my nana left. My name, the person I went on actually babysitter.com. Okay, got the little background check, not my nanny, because I know you're like, and nanny, that's what they were. You see what I'm saying? I had to pay my like I weigh. I barely was making it. Still, just because I have to make sure that they set up. Come home. I'll sleep literally 3 hours and have to pop up at 11 o'clock because I know my son wasn't doing shit. Wasn't on the computer, wasn't doing a motherfucking thing. So I understand parents that it was hard. I had one scholar doing her thing, getting A's, done that, and I got one just laid back, sleep like, okay? So this is what's going on in our communities across the United States. That's not just one state. We have to take the wheel. If you have to put your kids in tutoring or give them extra work, is nothing wrong with that. From the ages from kindergarten, pre-K to at least 3rd or 4th grade, I know you could go to the dollar store, especially one in Jersey, and go get them little scholar books. Okay, go to the dollar store, get them scholar books. As soon as them damn kids say, I'm bored. Oh, you bored? Here you go. My kid could not say, my daughter just now said she was bored when she was 18. I looked at her like, this is just crazy. Did she just tell me she bored? Because I was about to tell this broad to read a book. Okay? Read a damn book. Don't play with me. Do not play with me. Now, I do want to give a shout out to Newark. Now, this is what I will give a shout out locally. And then after that, we're going to actually show you a commercial of my son. one, my son, that's one of our sponsors. Is the one who be dressing me up sometimes. But here, shout out to Newark. There's two things that I have to say is good. Now, we've been having an increase of homelessness. We've been having an increase of homelessness. No, this has been a pandemic in the United States for years. And now we have an influx of migrants that's taking services. Allegedly, we got more issues. But allegedly, Newark sees a staggering 57.6 drop in its unsheltered homeless population. Okay, so this is Christine. Visit Newark to take a look at how we have reduced our unsheltered homeless population by more than half.
CBS 2's Christine Sloan explains how it happened.
An outreach team with the city of Newark canvasses Penn Station, along
Right.
with New Jersey Transit Police, looking to help people who are homeless.
We try to convince them, meet them where they're at, and try to make sure we can get them into shelter.
And I've seen individuals who've been here as long as I have now living in homes.
This team's effort, along with new housing and preventive services, the main reasons Newark's mayor says state-released data shows there's been a staggering drop of 57.6% in the city's unsheltered homeless population.
Serious collaboration that's going on between state, county, and city folks.
We wanted to give individuals their own space.
The director of the mayor's Office of Homeless Services showing us Hope Village 2, a container community now under construction for people without an address. He says it started with the mayor's vision to end homelessness 3 years ago.
Sure, we're using the containers, right, as a material, but when you put it together, it's creating a home.
And we have our own, room. We have our own key. Nobody else is in there with us. We have our own space.
This 50-year-old lives in the first Hope Village community, and she says it gives her hope.
Really good, because I was living in a tent across from Penn Station for about 1.5 years.
We find that the top two causes of homelessness in New Jersey right now are first being asked to leave a shared residence and number two, eviction.
These homes are for homeless men and women struggling with chronic conditions.
We need to look at these people not as a problem to fix, but a person to help.
There are 5 rooms in each of these units, 20 of them in this community. They're hoping to open this by the end of the year. In Newark, Christine Sloan, CBS 2 News.
I'm going to say shout out to Newark because this is where I learned my value system from. Not only just being Haitian, you know what I'm saying? Being from the tribe of Levi, just a renegade, but actually being raised in Newark, and we have that take it to the streets mentality. If it wasn't for the residents, as I mentioned many times in Newark, literally taking to the streets, going on the bullhorns, talking about stop the violence, playing wake up everybody, no more sleeping in bed. That wasn't the popo. That was us on our bullhorn talking about stop the shooting, okay? Just literally you'll wake up on a Saturday morning and hear that, and God be the glory. This is what's going on, taken to the streets. I'm going to talk about one personal situation, and that is so good. I'm glad that this came up because y'all know I always got to bring up something personal. That same best friend who I told you that I almost got locked up with. Okay, I was living with her mother at that time too, because I had got kicked out my mama's house, and it was like, yo, came over here, y'all about to get locked up. It was just a bad situation, and I love Miss Holmes. This is her name, Miss Vera Holmes. Miss Holmes was a social worker in Newark, and what she used to do as a social worker, she was an HIV community reincorporation specialist. Okay, and I was like, what the hell is that? Now, what was that? Was that she used to find the patients that were non-compliant or fell out of the system of taking their HIV medications, and they were known drug users and repeat offenders, people getting arrested and things. She will go into the hood, the dirtiest buildings, the pissiest hall, with her little outfit, her little skirt, and she darker than a Snicker, short haircut, looking all cute, little booty, with her little hot pink outfit, talking about she looking for people to bring them back into the community service that they had so they can get back on their meds and get into the programs that they had in Newark. This is the mentality that comes from the community I'm from. That's where you get my fire from. But I want to say shout out to Newark because this is an amazing idea. But I would just pray that these individuals are able to reculturize themselves back into society and be able to, work, because there's a lot of jobs out there. There's a lot of jobs out there. But I think the issue is that because the market is so inflated, you have people looking at it like, damn, why work? I'm literally working to transport myself to work, and that's what I think is turning off people. Because I had to think like, damn, people need jobs. There's a lot of homelessness, but then people don't want to work. Like y'all talking about, we can't get people to work because y'all motherfuckers ain't paying them. And the inflation ain't making it make sense. So I just wanted to highlight this from Newark, a shout out to Newark on this one. And I got another shout out to Newark. I don't know, they're coming up. Newark is Brick City. That's where the gangbang is from. That's where that drill music was going down. You know what I'm saying? Really horrific shit. I just had to get up out of there, And I still go back. My family is still there. That's why I love Newark. But let's go to this. This is the high school that I wanted to go to, but I couldn't because this was my local high school. My mama said, hell no. If you go there, you're going to be fighting every day. Guess what? She put me at East Orange High School, and I end up fighting almost every fucking day in East Orange High too. Them bitches was trying me because I was from Newark. Trying me.
Oh my!
This is high school. This is Westside High School, and this is a principal that set up a washing program for the students. I told you, didn't I tell you what did I do? I was kicked out of my mama's house because we had misunderstanding or whatever. Living at my best friend's house. I needed clothes. I couldn't wash all the time. I'm laying in somebody else's house. Guess what I started doing? Boosting. But look at these people. They like, well, we don't want our kids to steal. Let them bring their little bit of clothes that they got here and let's wash them. Check it out.
Sweet Lord. Akbar Cook calls it the big room.
Whatever you guys need, we have it.
The place where he stores hundreds of donated bottles of laundry detergent, fabric softener, and dryer sheets inside West Side High in Newark, New Jersey.
We've been getting a lot of community service, help from all around the states.
The big room was a solution to a big problem.
My kids weren't coming to school. Good morning. What's up, baby? Good morning.
Some of Cook's kids, he calls them all his babies, weren't showing up because they were wearing dirty clothes and getting bullied.
I think we really put the microscope on basic needs of kids. Like everyone wants the high test scores. Everyone wants them to perform well. But if the kid don't feel confidence in just coming to school and being that person that we know they can be, then what are we doing?
Before you raise the SAT scores, how about giving somebody some clean clothes?
There you go. Fight for that baby the way you want them to fight on that test. The famous washers and dryers.
Today, Westside has 5 commercial-grade washers and dryers. Deshaun Denny and Brianna Singleton use them all the time.
When you first got it, I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of scared to bring my clothes over, but I shrugged it off. So when I went to cook, I asked them, yo, can I use the laundromat? He like, no, you good. We nothing but family in here. You could bring it anytime you want.
We have a test coming up in about 2 weeks.
Principal Cook, who grew up in Newark, also started a program called Lights On. Oh my!
I'm over here about to cry, and I'm all flashing back because this is my hood. Okay, the last time I was in West Side, and I'm about to talk about my bro. I'm telling you, it is a school to prison pipeline. My brother is doing 20 years. Okay. True Bannon, the one that was on Urban Politics, y'all hear him right now, but that's who is going to be hosting that. Hopefully, he went to this school, and the last time I saw these halls, I was fly kicking his ass in the stomach. Shut up, y'all! Like she went from crying and then talk about fly kicking. Yeah, because he was acting like a fucking fool. My mama, we from the islands. Me and my bro, and my uncles, we first generation. We were born out here in New York, okay? They came out from the islands. So they working, blah, blah, blah. We becoming Americanized. But we still got this Haitian-ass household and got to follow these rules. My bro, he's younger than me, 10 years younger than me. We would never think that he was out there living a life living the life. Like he was home, respectful, quiet. Then all of a sudden we saw this change in him. He was just changing. And throughout that change, one day I was at work doing hair shoot. We had my little on my little booth. My mom was like, you gotta go to that school. He acting like a fool. Da-da-da-da. Right in those hallways. I went into the school like, yo, what's up, Romy? You know, what's going on? Nah, I ain't doing nothing. Nah, I ain't doing nothing. Now, this is when the true colors coming out. He bucking on me. Now, I'm a big sis. I'm not even the type. Like, I'm literally in the streets with him. Like, just before I became a nurse. I was doing hair. I had my little boyfriend that was running the streets. His name was Buck. I used to love Buck. We can talk about him. You know what I'm saying? But with that goes aside, what I'm like, yo, I don't want to hear it. Da-da-da. Got a little, you know, defensive and disrespectful. I had to fly kick him right in the stomach, like boom, right into the locker. But he respected me so much that his ass was like, and he just ran out the school. He's big as hell. My brother would have knocked my ass out. It's called respect your elders. That's why you're supposed to be an elder, so you can kick some ass when you know you ain't supposed to. So with that goes to say he was going through his rebellion stage, and that's what started him. Right from there, he never went back to school because he basically the teacher wanted him to do a test. He didn't. And she just said sign a paper. He was being a bit real belligerent, just some petty shit. And then he hit them streets hard, went into a little, you know, I can't claim it for him, things that he wasn't supposed to. Somebody lost their life, and now he's doing 20 years. And I'm telling you, I understand this life. And I pray that he repent. I pray that he learned what he did was wrong because he didn't come from a household like this. Many of them do not. You look at us Black people like we all trouble. We come from hell. We all don't come from hell. We just in hell and fighting through it. We're in poverty and fighting through it. Doesn't mean that we're bad people. So shout out to Newark because you represent on a good note. On that note, you almost made my ass cry. Got me over here about to cry. And on that note, I just want to show y'all my little shooby-dooby, my son. Okay. This is the young Black man right here who has been working on his business since the age of 14. I have been supporting him. This the one like this. If it's about his business, if it's about this shit right here, I'm about to show you, he up and at him. Right now, but if I be like, read this, he be like, I'm only doing it to make you happy. I'll be like, thank you. And you know, it annoy me because what I do, what I'm telling you to do is for you. And you telling me you're doing it to make me happy when it's going to benefit you, but I don't give a damn. Fucking do it. This is my son right here.
Fuck the world, I'ma walk in erection. Spit without a thought, we do it reckless. Your nigga called us texting. You said, baby, don't be mad, you know how breath is.
Tone up in your mouth, you ain't speaking good to me. I ain't built like him. Fucking with a G.
All right. Shout out to Shoe Pound Customs. Support that young man. He's been working on that since the age of 14. It's not just that. He customized clothes. So check out shoepoundcustoms.com. It's on Shopify. He could customize what you need. He ain't got what you want. He got them Hebrew hands. Got what you know. We used to be tellers, seamstress, and all that. He just do that shit natural. I had to support him. But your ass is gonna go to school. You're gonna get that electrician license. If I die, you're gonna get it. I'm gonna haunt your ass. Okay. I love you. All right. Now we're going to get to our last two topics that we're going to share on YouTube. I just wanted to show you what you're working with. This is Grace Levi. This is trending topics. This is what I talk about, different things. It may not be what's trending to y'all, but it's what should be trending because these are topics that affect our community and the world around us. Talking about what affects our community and the world around us, we have a nonstop flow of immigrants coming in. Y'all just heard Grace Levi say, my grandma and my mama came over on a boat, right? Didn't I tell you that? So I don't mind Okay? Because most of us in America came over on a boat. If it ain't you, it's your grandparents. Even the white people, stop fucking playing with me. Half of y'all German people that came over here, and most of you. I be telling y'all, they were like, yeah, my grandma is German. Well, that means you're not white. Anyway, I just be having to correct them all the time. I love reminding white people they not white. I don't give. Let me stop. I'm not gonna act crazy tonight. Y'all I'm not gonna act crazy. Now, let's get into the migrant issue. The reason why this is definitely an issue for the Black community, because the first thing they started doing was in this political BS was pushing the migrants coming into more urbanized Black communities like Chicago. They had them bringing them up to New York. It is flooded. I mean, all the hotels is flooded in New York with immigrants and all these bikes and all of this stuff. Nonstop flow of adult male migrants, overwhelming border agent. This was 13 days ago. So I'm going to let this play and we're going to get into it because this affects us financially and socially. Let me show you something. Because everybody be thinking they're gonna be, I wanna be famous, TikTok famous. Y'all know they got that rigged, okay? We can have some fun here online, speak your piece, but I promise you, you gotta have a backup plan because they got a plan for us. This is weird.
Overwhelmed with the massive influx of illegal immigrants. The number are like anything we've ever seen. Border Patrol saying they have encountered 12,000 illegal immigrants on the southern border. That's on Tuesday alone. That's the highest daily total ever. Senator Lindsey Graham with this message for President Biden.
If you're awake, you better come up with a solution to a broken border before a bunch of people get killed. This is a national security disaster in the making.
Black ones coming.
Bill Malugin is at the border in Lukeville, Arizona. He is near a huge
I'm not being funny. Before it was like brown, Middle Eastern. Now it look like some of them Haiti Africans that got up in there like, fuck this. You're not about to send us back if we all go 12,000 deep. They can't do what Haiti did. Did to Haiti because you know when Haitian people came, they sent my people back. They was like, nah. They tricked them too. They like, them people couldn't speak English. They gonna tell my Haitian people they put them on a flight to their safety. They took their ass right back to Port-au-Prince. I was like, yo, that's disrespectful. But then you got all these other immigrants coming in. That's why I said, oh, you got some dark ones now. Y'all niggas nervous. But at the end of the day, they still migrants, not from this country, and we don't know what the hell they coming here to do, their agenda, or where they're coming from.
Of illegal immigrants now waiting to be processed. This matter just getting worse by the day, Bill.
Terrible.
It is, Julie, and CBP sources tell me in the last 24 hours alone, there have been just short of 10,000 migrant encounters here at our southern border, more than 3,000 of those happening right here in this Tucson, Arizona sector. We'll show you the situation here in Lukeville, Arizona, middle of nowhere, southern Arizona desert, 2 hours to the closest major city, where people continue to cross here illegally from all over the world. You can see the demographics here. All these guys, adult men, a lot from African countries. We talked to guys who came in from Mauritania, Morocco, Liberia, India, Syria, all over the place. Many of them telling us they first flew into South America, then traveled through a big handful of countries to get into Mexico, then went right through Mexico to the border here with the U.S. where they've crossed illegally, and they are expecting to be released into the United States and all have cities where they would like to go. We'll show you what it looked like earlier this morning. Take a look at this. Before the sun came up, we were shooting this video. It gets cold out here, so these migrants start campfires all over the place in an effort to stay warm. They'll go into the desert and pull brush out, light it up. They'll find trash. They basically anything they can find to stay warm out here. Because
let's just stop right there because this is about a 9-minute broadcast. God, I said, oh my God, because you know what I think? I look at America as my house, as our house. And no matter what color you are, it is one house, okay? And our house literally is opened up to the streets. So you got strangers from the streets coming into our house. Not to mention we got a budget that's not within budget, that literally the debt ceiling has to be allegedly, magically, magnificently. I'm just making up words because the shit is bullshit. Every election, the debt ceiling is higher. We talked about that. We don't have a budget for this shit. Okay, that's first and foremost. We don't have a budget. The money is never allocated properly to these programs. We already had a mass amount of people homeless. That's why I just showed you what Newark was doing, take it to the streets to help their people get into homes. And now we got mass migration of men. Only thing I will say for the women, we got some new men coming up in here. I'm saying I'm trying to make the best of this shit. Oh my God, I am. Y'all talk about it, it's more women. Oh no, damn, it's more men than women. So what does that mean? Yeah, if more men than women, then we got more options, right? Don't we have more options? All right, I just had to calculate that. I've been single so long and celibate. I said, damn, what does that mean? The fuck? I'm just playing. I don't know if y'all want these type of people. We don't know who coming in here, but honestly, I just got a little sidetracked. What I'm saying is that socially, economically, this is not good for us as American people. Our money and our taxes, our money that goes to our taxes is not being allocated properly on no level. We have been supporting wars, and I'm saying we, not me and you, but you know who. Things that I think has spread our fingers as a nation too far. We are in this country, this country, this country, and we have two of the biggest countries. Just look at the damn map. China and Russia, way bigger than America. They could do whatever they want to that map to make that map look bigger. But the numbers don't damn lie, and the square foot don't lie. The mileage, I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's when you know when the country bigger. Don't look at the picture. Go see like the width, okay, the measurement of it. Just look. We have those factors happening, and we're here in America getting distracted by a whole lot of shit. That's why we're here talking about the things that make you go, okay? The things they don't want to talk about. What are you going to do? We have people in the Black community who is literally protesting their marriage to say you cannot give our public parks to the immigrants because this is where we have our activity for our kids who we're losing them to the streets. We don't even have much for them, and you're taking it away. But guess what? I do believe that this migration issue is trickling into Republican states as well, because I heard a story allegedly. It was like in San Diego. It was one of those like really black neighborhoods that they had a home invasion, and it was like home invasions was on the rise. The only good thing about black people being in the hood, they're going to question if they're going to invade your home first. They got to watch and scope your ass. They like, these motherfuckers is broke. But when they go up in the right neighborhood, these immigrants, and see these big old houses, glasses, and things, that looks like shiny things. So we have an increase of violence going up in the white community as well, home invasions, and they're getting nervous just as well. This is across the board. This is not just in the black neighborhood. So I wanted to bring this topic up because we're not really paying attention to this. This is a really scary situation. This is biblical to me. It should please, 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 please. I don't want to start getting, distracted here, but get prepared. I believe, in my opinion, that whoever's allowing this to happen, in which this is happening under the Biden administration, that this seems like a population switch. Think about it. I know I'm gonna get a little to the left, okay? In America, we are privileged in these elites' eyes. They feel like we're not supposed to have what we have. They don't even want us to own what we own. This is why the cost of living has went up so much and our pay has not increased. Does that make sense? So now that they like these people are not going to work for these pennies that we want to give them, we can go out internationally and get it done. But why won't we just allow those international people to come in and do the job here? You know that many individuals want to come to America for some apparent reason, because the glitz and the gold on TV, then they get here like, they done tricked me. I know a lot of foreigners who got to Jersey and New York was like, what? I could have been home at the beach making, catching some fish to eat. I gotta work 30, 40 hours to get one fish? Yup. The wake-up call. So what I think that they're trying to, in my conspiracy eyes, is switch the population to one who would accept the minimum of when it comes to freedoms, as well as monetary gain for when we talk about value to value, secure your energy. They don't want to pay. They want a new population. This is what I believe. This is really what I believe. They want a new population here in America. Why is it people from all over the world coming into America right now? Biden, what are you doing? Y'all don't see this as a problem? Okay, let me stop talking about this because it's stressing me out a little bit. I just want to bring it up. There's not much we could do as far as, because we don't work in immigration or things, but what we can do is prepare our households. Just like these migrants are going to cohabitate, get together, save their money. This is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to cohabitate, save our money, build our wealth, get our land, own property. This is what they're going to do. And this is exactly what you should do. Does that make sense? I'm just getting y'all prepared. Last subject for YouTube, and then we're gonna just be straight on Rumble. Okay, thank you for being with me. Man buried after being hit by cop car. Family unaware for months. This was about a month ago, but I wanted to talk about this. I did bring this up, and I think I'm going to bring it up again because we have officials that act unofficial, and this was an actual cop, allegedly, that has, or cops that's involved in this man not being alive and him being buried and his family not even knowing. This is America. So all you immigrants coming up in here like, this ain't the best. Yeah, this is the shit. This is the shit. It just look cute. It just look cute. Let's keep it real. Shit.
Companies and their crazy.
It go down in the America. Let's go.
Dexter Wade will be laid to rest in Mississippi. And that will be his second burial. The first time, his family didn't even know he died.
Wow. Dexter's
Dexter's mother had not seen her, heard from her son for a few days. This was on March 14th. So she called police in Jackson, Mississippi to report him missing. But police did not tell her that 9 days earlier, on the 5th, that her son had been hit and killed by an off-duty police officer in Jackson. They say it was an accident and that they were not able to identify him until days after the crash. They also say that they were not able to get in touch with his family because Dexter's contact information was, quote, outdated. Dexter's mother says she was finally notified on August 24th, nearly 6 months later. By then, the family's attorney says Dexter had been buried in a pauper's field, his grave marked by a pole and a number. Well, now this past Monday, a new alleged miscommunication and new trauma. The family wanted to witness his body being exhumed so they could have an rather independent, I should say, autopsy and bury him properly. But when the family arrived at the agreed upon time, Dexter had already been exhumed.
This how the system works? Is this what I'm living in? And I'm living in Mississippi.
Hell yeah.
And this what I got to deal with?
Girl, you living in Mississippi. The way you said it, you should have known. You're living in one of the racist states on this damn side of the planet.
That I don't even matter.
Joining us now is Dexter's mother, Betterson Wade, and the family's attorney, Ben Crump. Welcome to you both. And Miss Wade, let me start.
Mr. Ben Crump, the black lawyer superhero. Mr. Crump, I'm gonna go look into his law firm because he better have a whole lot of people working for him. I'm about to go work for Mr. Crump real quick. I'm about to be his researcher.
Start just with what you know about the circumstances surrounding your son's death. What have you been told that happened that night back in March?
Yes, back in March, they told me, well, back in March 5th, they said my son died. March 14th, I filed a missing report. And then August the 24th, they came to tell me that my son, had deceased. So after then, I just started looking, where he at, trying to find out, what was going on with him and everything. So after I bought the body back and got his, death certificate and all that, then I started trying to find out what grave site or where he was located at. And so finally, someone came through to let me know, what grave site is and everything.
Jackson police.
I
apologize for interrupting, but Jackson police say that they tried to contact you. Do you have any record of a call from authorities during that period to tell you about your son?
No.
No record at all.
No, I don't.
Attorney Crump, did police know when Ms. Wade called on the 14th, did they have or have access to his name, his contact information, his address?
Victor, certainly they did. They found medication on him that had his doctor's office, and the doctor's office notified them that Miss Bettison Wade, his mother, was his next of kin. But after we exhumed him, Victor, we found out that he had his wallet in his front pocket that had his state-issued driver's permit with his address where he lived with his mother. If they wanted to contact his next of kin, it would have been easy for them to do so, especially since his mother was suing the Jackson Police Department for killing her brother a couple of years earlier, where the police officer was convicted. So they knew exactly who Bettison Wade was.
Whoa. That sounds not correct. That was a whoa to me. Oh my God. Does the hole get deeper? I'm saying justice or just us. You know what I'm saying? Just on a surface level, like, yeah, you don't care because it's the black man. Just run him over and put him in the grave. Whoa. She was already suing the police for murdering her brother, allegedly. Oh, the plot gets thicker, y'all. This has to do with justice, just us, and how there are so many, I'm trying to pick the right words, is vile and unhumane things that are done to us, that when we try to stand up for ourselves, they look at it like we hit them first. And then something else happens, allegedly.
And Miss Wade and her family believes that it was a cover-up and it was intentional that they did not contact her.
What do you know about what happened that night, March 5th, the night that Dexter Wade was hit and killed?
Our independent autopsy preliminary reports say that he was hit, his body was completely ran over.
Whoa.
His leg was amputated. And so this was just a tragic Mississippi manslaughter, but it seems that the aftermath, the cover-up is worse.
We're going to stop right here because this is something that we're going to have to follow up on, okay? This is a 9-minute clip. I'm going to leave this clip for you here. So we have an independent autopsy done for Mr. Dexter Wade, who was allegedly killed by being run over by the police. And whoa, all I can say is justice or just us. I want to say thank you so much for being here with us today, being here with me, Grace Levi, on Uncensored Enlightenment Talk, trending topics, things that make you think what they are not talking about. We'll be signing off on YouTube, Rumble. Hold your seat. You know what we're going to do. We got to come in hot, take a little break.
Would you like to learn a brand new and innovative way to invest your extra money that has a low barrier to entry and low competition? What if I told you that it is a guaranteed method to get up to 18 to 20% return on your investment? Tax lien and deed purchasing is the only way to get into the real estate market through the back door. No credit and no loans needed. This method isn't commonly taught, and therefore the competition is very low, for now. Put together a 14-hour info-packed course